Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, Cooking with KP. And today I'm going to show you how I make this mixed vegetable noodle beef style soup. Alright, first thing you need to do is make some beef stock. Go back and have a look at that video. I'll put a link in the description or at the end of this video, and you'll learn how to make the best beef stock you have ever tasted. When you've got leftover beef stock, freeze it. I'd use old takeaway containers, put them in the freezer, and that way I know I've got beef stock for later on. So all we need to do simply is get them out of the containers, and you need to defrost those for maybe a good 10-15 minutes, and they will pop out. Takes a little bit of coercion, I suppose, but let the outside melt a little bit and they will come out just like those two nice big bricks are there. So all I'm simply going to do is leave those in the pot on a very, very low heat and just wait for those to melt down, and we'll create our soup from there. So there's our stock. I'm adding in some nice fresh carrots that I've just sliced up, and they're going to take a little while to cook down. So if you're cooking this nice and slow, leave those for a good hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer. I'm also putting in some baby corn that I've just sliced diagonally into 3 pieces, and use the mince of your choice, and I'll flavour it up like this. Around about a teaspoon of onion powder, white pepper. I'm also using some ginger powder, ground ginger, and a bit of Chinese 5 spice. Try and get the real deal. Don't get the commercially available product. Get the real deal from an Asian grocery. And also a little bit of sesame oil. Now you can use the mince or the meat of your choice. You could use pork, which would work absolutely fantastic. You could use beef. In this case, I'm just using turkey because it gives me that beef type consistency. Give it a splash of fish sauce as well, and that's going to give it a real funky Asian flavour. So all you need to do is just mix those up like I'm doing there. And of course I use my little ice cream scoop, and I just make rough meatballs out of them. If you want to roll them in your hands and make them nice and dense, you can. By doing this, they stay really nice and fluffy, and they just work perfectly in the soup. We don't want them too dense. Otherwise, if you want dense ones, roll them up really, really small. So all I'm doing is putting these onto a baking tray with some baking paper, and I've got my oven sitting at around about 180 degrees, which seems the norm for most of my recipes, and we're just going to lay all of those out. And these are only going to take about 15 minutes maximum in the oven. Alright, so there's our balls done. They're going off into the oven. Our soup's going nice and slowly, bringing that up nice and slow to the boil. There's our balls. We're going to add that in. Now I've also added in a little bit of extra water just to give it a little bit more liquid. So in goes our balls like that. I'm going to add in some spring onion or scallion that we've sliced up nice and fine. That goes in. That's going to give it a beautiful Asian twist of a flavour. We've got our bowls. I've got some bean sprouts on the bottom. They're good and healthy for you, lots of fibre. I'm going to top those off with some noodle. Now I'm using an udon noodle and also using an egg noodle just to give it a bit of a contrast, something a little bit different. Right. And then all we have to do is ladle our soup over the top. So as I said, if you don't know how to make the beef stock, go back and have a look at my recipe on how to make the best beef stock ever. It's nice and simple to do. It takes you a while, but it's worth it. If you want to find it even easier, hit that subscribe button and you'll be able to catch the new videos when they come out. I'd like to see you try and make this one at home. If you like this video, hit that like button. Gives me confidence. It should make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Hit that notifications bell. You'll be notified every time a new video goes up, or so YouTube says. But more importantly, hit that subscribe button and come and join the family, my family. I will catch you next time. Bye.